Hello and welcome to a new Scale 500 news video here on the channel. We have some follow-up information after, was it last week's new 11-12 announcements of Herpa wings, and we have quite a few really interesting stories coming directly from A4Airport. Now, when they came with these announcements already early October, I said in my video, I think Herpa must be very confident that they can deliver all these models before the end of the year. And well, maybe they were a little bit too confident, because when we start looking at when models that have been announced over this year are expected to be delivered, it does look like Herpa will have an extremely busy December. The models that currently are being expected to end up in stores and retailers in October are the Kuwait government Boeing 747 BBJ, the second iteration of the KLM E95E2, the 737 MAX 8 of WestJet, the 737 MAX 8 of Royal Air Maroc, the 737 MAX 8 of Malaysia Airlines, and that's it. All other models that have been announced and haven't been delivered so far are currently expected in December. Now, Herpa is telling retailers at the moment that they are expecting to have 2 deliveries in the month of December, but when that will actually happen, nobody knows, including probably Herpa. And I mean, we are talking about a whole bunch of models. I will show you a list of all the models that are currently being expected to be delivered by the end of December. But I mean, that's so many models that you could start getting a little bit nervous if Herpa once again will follow up on their Christmas tradition of missing out on the Christmas sales. So what does that mean for us collectors? At the moment, I think nobody really knows for certain, but if Herpa will actually manage to finish up their model program for this year within this calendar year, I have my doubts, but let's see. December does look like it's going to be a very busy month for Herpa, and for collectors it could be a quite expensive month. Now, very recently, A4Airport had a little kind of presentation on Instagram where they were talking about what products are coming in the near future, so this year and then of course next year. And there was some really interesting information in there, which we will dig into. Now, the very first information they came with was what are the next airport code series airports to be. Now, if you're not familiar with that product, I have actually made a review of some of the very first sets in that series, and it is basically a series of small displays from airports around the world, where you have a really lovely picture background of some of the most recognizable areas of these airports, and then you have a little plate where you can place your model. It looks great, and they have now announced what the next airports in that series are going to be, which are as follows. Munich Airport will be featured in November, as well as Sydney Airport. This is also followed up by Madrid, Vienna and Paris Charles de Gaulle. Now, A4Airport had also a few completely new products that they were announcing. They started off with announcing a new A5 format product. So of course, A4Airport, you can hear it in the name, many of their products are based around plates that are in the A4 format. They also have, I think, A3 format products, but now they are also going a little bit smaller with these boards in the A5 format, which should be kind of a square format, if I'm not mistaken, 30 by 30 centimeters, something like that. And they are specifically tailored and developed to fit better into small display cases or cabinets. So they did have like this display series, and I guess that's kind of a follow-up to that, but we will see once we get first images of these products. Then something I think will excite quite a few people is the fact that I mean, not everybody likes this A4 format of having these plates and then you put them together. I personally really like that, but of course, if you want to have a more permanent display, you might be a little bit discouraged by some of these lines that are going to show when you have these plates next to each other. But A4Airport is working on a new product which supposedly is also going to appear already in November, so they will also be quite busy this last part of the year. And it is layout foils. So that will of course be for larger airport displays. So they will start also offering airport ground foils. So that's quite interesting to see what they come up with that. Basically what they have announced here is that they will have printed rolls that can be from 50, 60 to 100 centimeters. But the announcements didn't stop there because, and I think that was really the highlight for me, is of course they were starting to talk more about their 3D printed GSE. We could actually already announce here on the channel way back in February this year when I was at the Collectors Fair in Amsterdam and did an interview with Adam from A4Airport that they were working on a 3D printed GSE, and now it seems like we are getting quite a bit closer to the rollout of the first products, and they will of course then also eventually be available in all three scales, so 500, 400 and 200. The first products they're announcing in the new 3D printed series of GSE are going to be jet bridges, which will be movable, then aircraft stairs, which should fit with C-code aircraft, baggage belt loaders, and what I'm very excited about here is to hear that they should be height adjustable. So I really look forward to see how they manage to do that. And even better, when I asked them how are you going to sell these new pieces of GSE, and they confirmed they will be sold separately, which is great. So we won't get like one pack with an odd number of the things we don't want, but we can really specifically buy the numbers of equipment that we want because you can buy them individually. That is superb. I really cannot applaud A4Airport enough for that. And they were also mentioning that, for example, with these new 3D printed jet bridges, they are kind of now developing new products, so new airport setups, where these kind of products then will also be included. So that's quite nice. Now, obviously, this is only going to be the start. They will be developing further GSE in the 3D printed series, and that will be coming throughout 2025. And if it goes well, then even further. That is, of course, quite exciting. So that is all the news we have from the world of Scale 500. Herpa will certainly have a very busy end of a year. Let's see if they actually manage to release all these models within 2024 as they have announced. And A4Airport also certainly will have a very busy end of year with many new exciting products coming fairly soon. I will of course try to see if I can review some of them here on the channel, and then of course show you as many images as I can get a hold on here in these news videos as well. But that's all for now. If you like this type of content, don't forget to leave a like. If you are new around here, you're always welcome to hit subscribe. Thanks so much for watching today's news video I'm checking out. See you soon and bye.